Good morning. It is 7:30 and we're off. Fog has swallowed Oregon. Leaving our cozy little cabin. Ready to for another day of hopefully not ankle twisting for once.
Heidi took ages getting up. I've been ready since 6:30.
That is true. You got up before me.
But we did have 2 coffees. Well, I did.
Yeah. Feeling better today?
A lot better.
There we go.
I see my legs and feel the thing.
Bigfoot has been. Ooh. Fogs are slowly lifting and the sun is coming out. That means better views and more suffering.
We love it.
Yeah.
Just that you can't hunt.
We're entering Warm Springs Indian Reservation. So that means...
I know. It's the mountain that we come into next.
Yeah.
No big sled.
Indian Reservation generally means you have no right of way other than a couple of 100 feet either side of the trail. So, you know. Yeah, exactly. And you're generally only, I think, again, supposed to camp, probably for the same reasons, in already established campsites. Because you're basically going through somebody's private land.
And it's flowing. It's so much there. But man, that's onion look.
Yeah,
And
water.
And he looks around it.
It's an important thing. Having a lunch break in the middle of nowhere. We're not firing on all cylinders today, that's for sure. Brian's still quite low in energy, obviously, after having spent a night throwing up and a day not eating. But we've also had a bit of a sobering day today. We're hiking this morning for a bit with a lady who was just doing a bit of a day hike, and she told us about the death of a PCT hiker, a couple of 100 miles ahead. And well, we were kind of hoping it was one of those exaggerated, trail rumors, but we've since had confirmation that it really did happen. A complete freak accident. Killed a young man.
It was freak accident at a freak meeting of a friend of theirs.
Yeah.
That I actually said, "Oh, did you hear about that guy that died on the PCT?" He said, "Yeah, it was me, mate."
Yeah, so that was a bit of a shock to the system, and he filled in the details for us because we'd heard that he had been killed by a falling tree, basically.
So we thought he was camping.
Yeah, and had fallen prey to one of those infamous widowmakers, because as we have told you before, I mean, there's just so much burn area, you can't always not camp in it, but it is even freakier than that. He just crossed a bridge and a tree took him out. I mean, it's just... It's one of those things, not even a hiking-related death in that sense. It's just one of those things that really makes you think.
How precious life is.
And how utterly fragile. And how quick it can all be over, so... Yeah, I suppose we're not really... kind of... feeling the miles today, because this kind of stuff makes you really think okay, I just better slow down and enjoy what's going on, because it could all be over tomorrow. So our condolences to the friends and family of that young man. It's a shitty thing to happen. There's nothing else you can say, really. Man, I've never been so glad to see pylons before. Finally emerging from the woods after what feels like hours, and they were dark woods. So we finally made it out of the cabin and onto a very, very flat bit of walking. I mean, this is the day where most people, or the section where most people start to run and make ridiculous miles, and we're just trying to not, feel sick. We got to Jude Lake in an hour and a half kind of thing, and then continued this very, very meandering, gentle trail to the creek. Didn't stop at any of them because obviously we filled up with water. We then eventually, I think we had breakfast somewhere sort of here-ish. Sorry, breakfast? I have no idea where we had breakfast. We had lunch sort of here-ish. Already forgotten where we had breakfast. Oh, by the road crossing. Yeah. I think we crossed the road there. Yeah, so went past the creek not needing anything. And then up, this is the only sort of climb there was up to the Pinhead saddle. And we were coming down that and sort of stopped somewhere here-ish for lunch, just because, there wasn't anywhere particular to stop. And continued past a couple of more road crossings to the Warm Springs River. This is where we stopped to fill up with water. And then there's a bit of a harsher climb going up from there to the pylons. And all of this was just deep dark wood. You really can't see where you're going, what progress you're making. So seeing these pylons was actually a relief, which is not something I often say about pylons. And we were thinking of either stopping here or carrying on for 2 miles, but it had got a bit dark already. Well, not dark, it was late, and we weren't, as I said, we weren't particularly feeling it. So we decided to stop here.